My name is Demelza Potter, and I've been working in partnership with CAGCOP customer East Herts District Council to deliver an automated call for sites platform, an off-the-shelf cloud solution to utilise spatial data for better planning outcomes. And this is a brief case study. Bit about CAGCOP. We are a geospatial technology company providing meaningful and actionable intelligence with GIS software, data and services. CAGCOP have an interoperable off-the-shelf product range which can be further developed to meet the needs of customers. We work with LPAs, government departments, including a close relationship with the Ordnance Survey, uh, and land and property sectors, which include housing associations, and we're committed to product development in line with that user base. So the problem, East Herts District Council recognised they needed a digital approach to their next call for sites. The officer time spent manually inputting form data and digitising polygons was huge. And they applied and were successful in receiving MHCLG PropTech funding. And this led to the partnership for development of a geospatially led app with the aim to transform engagement with the plan making process and improve the council's current approaches to land assessment and visualisation. So the main challenge was time. The actual initial design predated PropTech funding by several months, and this did enable a speedier delivery. CAGCOP were contracted in Jan 24 for 3 to 4 month development project with planned go live in June of that year. The general election was called, so that scuppered that date a little bit, and the go live was the day after. We manage this by a number of different elements. Agile development and containerized cloud deployment using Kubernetes, which had not been used for a custom development project previously, was used. This really allowed rapid deployment into an environment available to East Herts for user acceptance testing at various development stages rather than waiting until the finished product. Here's the solution, public-facing web mapping application with user-led data input, which is the landowner or developer, utilising an existing web GIS designed for local government with ease of use in mind. Here we start with the site polygon with multiple input options, so we can select from master map polygons, we can manually digitize, we can upload a spatial flat file. And there's options for constraints to be visible on screen and restrictions on creating sites outside of the council jurisdiction. And then we have the form-based data and wizard-driven approach. Once submitted, emails are sent to the LPA and the submitter as well. So all data can be viewed immediately, internally and externally. There are controls, obviously, on what's available to members of the public. But as a customer, the data is accessible in your own council GIS client. It's stored securely in an open format ready for consumption straight away. So the second part of the solution, so far anyway, includes an automated PDF reporting tool. This is one report. There are no limit on the number of maps within that report and the data used. Here's an example of the site map. We can have constraint mapping and further information, the textual data, and the spatial analysis. So here we've got 37 queries that are run with the ability to highlight to the officer anything of particular high interest. You'll see here in red. So it's really a one-stop shop for data-driven visualization and land assessment in a single PDF. So the results and impact, well, automating the call for sites process significantly reduced manual effort during the first phase. So 6 hours per site on average. So we're talking about 230 officer days, so perhaps an officer for a whole year. And the solution successfully managed complex submissions, it standardized data and the constraint reporting. What next? Next, we're making some usability improvements collected from project feedback and looking at automated calculations such as developable area and residential data. This is a insight that East Herts have never been able to calculate before. And looking towards the end of this year for that to be ready, and East Herts are already potentially running another call for sites in spring of 2026. So the turnaround not possible with the manual submission. So future insights, what good looks like. So taking a look from a geospatial background, which is my background, technology and data. Good goes beyond showing me data on a map. We know that. Good is an ecosystem where data, standards, technology, people and processes all work together as an enabler for data-driven outcomes. And this Call for Sites case study highlights how this ecosystem works as it should in practice. One thing for us all to perhaps work on, spatial data governance. The unique nature of spatial data means that it's not always included in general data governance programs. I think we'll see improvements in this, which can only improve planning outcomes that we're discussing today. But from a general geospatial perspective, data standards and technology are generally good, but they're constantly evolving and improving. Suppliers and LPAs should be embracing existing OGC or Open Geospatial Consortium standards already, but newer standards will offer a lot more capabilities in the new future.